The imperative mood is used to tell someone to do something in a direct manner. They are basically commands, orders, instructions, and they are very common in Spanish language. How to build the imperative affirmative? The first step, you have to go to the form of yo in the presente indicativo, the present indicative. Then you have to remove the o ending, and the next step, you have to add your endings appropriate for each person. Here, we are just going to see the endings for the form of tú, the command in the form of tú, and the command in the form of usted. So the formal command and the more friendly or less formal. For the form of tú, you have to add a for all the verbs that end in ar. And you have to add an e for the verbs that end in er and ir. In the form of usted, in the command of usted, you have to add an a for the verbs that end in er and ir in the infinitive, and you have to add an e for the verbs that end in ar in the infinitive. As you can see, you are reversing the vowels you are using for tú and usted. They are the opposite. Finally, you need to have into account that there are few irregular verbs in the imperative, affirmative, and those correspond to the verbs that end in go, go, in the first person in the form of yo in the present indicative. All those go verbs are irregular in the imperative affirmative in the form of tú. Few examples. Tener is tengo in the form of yo in the present indicative. In the form of tú of the imperative affirmative would be ten, whereas it is tenga for the form of usted, that is, it continues with the rule. It is only irregular in the form of tú.